Hi, my name is Justin, aka Ghost Reader, and today I'll be doing my video for day 3 of the Strike BackVideoathon. I will link down in the description below to the 3 channels for the creators of this event. So basically, for 30 days, booktubers across booktube will be trying to post a video every day uh, so that we can increase the amount of content on our channel, increase our watch times in light of the recent changes to YouTube's monetization rules, and also give us a chance to give a shout out to some of those smaller booktubers out there. So today's prompt for the Strike Back Videoathon was talk about some fantasy books that you have read. I haven't read much fantasy besides Tolkien in Chronicles of Narnia, so I decided that I wasn't going to do that today. Instead, I was going to do my first tag of the year, which I promised I would do last week. And so my first tag I'm going to do is the no disclaimer tag by Catalyst Reads. I feel like I've mentioned him in like almost every video I've done on this channel, and that's because he has a great channel. So I'm going to put a link down in the description below to his channel, so go check him out. I'm going for a new look today, which was inspired by a comment by Dane Reads. So thank you for that. Kind of like this. So we'll see if this becomes my YouTube uniform. So let's get on into the no disclaimer book tag. So question number 1: what trope or tropes annoy you the most? And for this question, I would definitely have to say insta love trope is probably the one that annoys me the most. I'm not really a big fan of romance novels in the first place, and then insta love it just is a complete turnoff. So question number 2: which writer or writers do you feel are overrated or overhyped? So for me, I will have to say Ernest Hemingway. I've tried to read 2 of Ernest Hemingway's works, The Old Man and the Sea and The Sun Also Rises, and they just did not do it for me. I did not finish The Sun Also Rises. I actually do have the book, still have the book, The Sun Also Rises. So I may give it another try again. I believe that one of the rereadathon themes for a month was reread a book that you had mixed feelings about or didn't like. So I would definitely give it another try. Maybe that I'm older now, I can appreciate the what he was trying to say more, but I didn't like it, and I just didn't see the hype for Ernest Hemingway. Question number 3: what are your least favorite books since joining BookTube? So I've only been on BookTube for about 3 weeks, and the books that I've read, I don't want to say the least favorite of them because that kind of gives it like a bad connotation. All the books I've read have been actually pretty good. So, but one book that I did read while I was lurking on BookTube, that was this book called Abominable. Forget who it's by, but it was basically about basically they find this capsule in Alaska, and inside the capsule is a giant prehistoric gorilla, and then it follows like a kind of King Kong like plot. And when I read it, I was just like, I could have did without this book. It didn't really do it for me. So yeah. So question number 4: a terrible ending that ruined an otherwise quality book. For me, that was The Gemini Effect. I also forget the name of the author of this book, but basically it started off pretty good. It's about this super virus that was mutating like people into like these monsters, and they were rampage during the night, and then during the day they would burrow into the ground and get into like the protective crystal that like nothing could break through. And it was like every day like America would wake up and like the horde will have moved like a couple states more because they were fast moving, and it was really a good build up of tension. But then there was this plot line that kind of didn't fit the story, where there was like this Russian spy and she was like manipulating the president, and it just didn't fit and led to an ending that wasn't all that great. So for The Gemini Effect, the ending, not that good. Alright, so question number 5: which fictional characters do you wish were not killed off? I do have one, but I don't want to spoil it because I recommended the book to some people and it will spoil the ending. But when this particular fictional character died, I mean, I really don't get like choked up over like deaths and books and stuff, but for this one, it really hit me like right here. It was a really good story, and I don't want to ruin it by saying the Pacific fictional character, but when they died, I really wish they would have lived, but it did serve the plot. But it was tough. So, question number 6. What are some of your bookish pet peeves? I think my bookish pet peeve, and I don't think a lot of people will write like this anymore, is when there's like like a ton of detail. And you see this a lot in like older books, where there's like so much detail. It's like you're reading detail and then you get back to the story. It's written in the way that your imagination can't really fill in the blanks. Like, you can describe a room without describing like every little piece in it, and you can just give me a basic description of the room, and then I can like fill in the blanks. But when it's overly described, for me, it takes me out of the story. And then like when someone starts talking or when you move, then it's like, okay, now I'm back, but I've been distracted by all of like these details. So overly detailed writing is one of my big pet peeves. I can't stand it. All right, so question number 7. What are some books you feel should have more recognition? And for me, I think those books are Harry Turtledove's books. Harry Turtledove writes alternative history fiction. So alternative history, which is fiction. And they're really good. I've read 2 of them, Guns of the South, which had like a sci-fi twist to it, involving like people time traveling back to the past to change the future. And then another book called How Few Remain, which was just like a little twerk in history, changed some things. And I actually have this book, which is part of a Great War trilogy that he wrote, about basically, I think it's called the Southern Victory series. Basically, the South wins the Civil War, and basically he's writing about the First World War and how that would look for America if they were divided in 2. So Harry Turtledove doesn't do pure alternative history. Sometimes that's a sci-fi twist, sometimes it's fantasy twist, and I think his books deserve a lot more recognition outside of just the alternative history community. Question number 8. What are your thoughts on censorship? No. Censorship should not be a thing by official governing body or people who have power to do so. It tends to squash the ideas that and the freedom of expression and ideas that people have, and usually has the alternative effect anyway, in that people tend to want to see like what are in those books that got them banned. And who do I tag? So that's the last question. Who do you tag? So I tag Olivia Root in this video, and also go to her channel. She's my small BookTuber shout out for today. She just started. We actually started around the same time, so go give her channel a look. If you like what you see, subscribe. That's what the whole point of this Strike BackVideoathon. So if you have not been tagged by anyone in the no disclaimer tag and you wish to do so, and you're watching this video, please do so. If you agree with what I said in this no disclaimer tag, or didn't, please say in the comment section below. If you like this video, please hit the like button. If you'd like to see more content from me, I'll be doing a video every day, or trying to, for the next 28 days now. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button, and I hope that you all have a good day and keep reading.